Yo, what up? This your boy IG, man, and welcome to another episode of The Juice. And this is a special episode for me. It is Women's History Month, but that's not why I picked it for this. We got Sha'Vonne Herndon of ESPN. Let's see what HTV. Let's see what else you're a part of. You're an Emmy-nominated producer, sideline reporter.
Yeah.
What is it? The associate director of basketball operations at ESPN. You do a lot.
Hey, you gotta be a person that can do it all. So, it's all about like reinventing yourself. You see LeBron, he was more of a slash and go type of player when he first started. Now he's evolving into something else. It's all about like just rebranding yourself and keep evolving in some type of way so you can keep a check coming.
Keep a check coming, rebranding. All right. This is what I really wanted to get into with you because, you're a woman that works in sports entertainment. And I know growing up, seeing women on TV in the sports world was basically like null and void. Now y'all everywhere. So how has that growth really happened over the years?
I mean, like you said, I started off as a news reporter and there was no female sports reporter back in the day, unless it was like Pam Oliver or like Lisa Salters. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, to be able to have that chance and that opportunity to even like tap into my skills and be on the sidelines and see other people flourishing and going after their dreams. And just to see that, the world is like embracing that. And you have managers and HR leaders who are embracing females as sports reporters and sports analysts is huge. It's huge.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely huge. They're everywhere. Now, let's get into you and your grind. So you said you went from being a news reporter. Now you're associate director of basketball operations for ESPN. How do you go from just being the news reporter to that person now? And I know you do a lot of games. I wish you did bigger games though.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So like I started off as a news reporter. Like I got Shreveport. It was all about the stabbings and the murders. And I got tired of it. And I always grew up in sports. I played sports. And so I had a friend of mine introduce ESPN to me and all their opportunities. And I said, wow, this is amazing. Of course, I had to start at the bottom level. When I'm talking bottom, like I was just thinking about the other day, like how like they would send me on the road and I didn't even have enough money in my bank account to cover, like, how you have to do the hotel incidentals. I have
Right.
enough in the bank to even cover that. So just to see where I am now. But from that moment to just the climb and the journey and being an associate director in the truck during games, like, helping with the timeout breaks, helping the directors and the producers on the flow of the game. It means a lot to being able to like do sideline and color analysts. Things are going well right now.
Things are going well. Hey, you got my dream job, so kudos to you.
It's been
Well,
fun.
actually, it's not my dream job anymore. It used to be because I was all about sports, but now it's moved to other things. So I'm good where I'm at. But it's been a journey for you. I know you went to Abilene Christian. Boo them, but no. Ain't nothing against Abilene Christian. I'm just messing with you, man.
How about this? I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you.
Oh wow, she gonna pray for me. I don't know if she gonna pray.
I'll pray
But
for you.
so as far as building relationships in the sports entertainment world, how does that even work? Because they're like, as a sideline reporter, as someone that's getting things out of players and coaches, I know you have to have a certain rapport with them for them to be able to reveal certain things to you. So how does that really work?
For sure. I try to be myself. Like, I don't try to sugarcoat anything. I want to be relatable. I want people to be able to approach me with information. And with that, you have to make people feel comfortable. Some people aren't comfortable with giving you information because you may run off with it and do the wrong thing with it. So I always want to be a reliable person. Through my journey, I've always been big on building relationships. Even if it's the camera person or the audio person, or we have tape editors. I just try to make sure I'm relatable to everybody because I know when they see me, they're like, "Oh, she's young. What is she doing here?" So I just want to make sure I come in the truck, make sure I kind of like not throw my weight around, but just present myself in a way that they feel like they can like come to me, and also I need them, and I'm gonna depend on them. Like working the Olympics, it was all about having that relationship with my tape guys, because like, I would ask them to do something that might have been out of their comfort zone, but once they got to know me, I mean, we spent what, 17 to 20 days together, so it was all about building relationships, whether I could go to the break room and grab them like a Dr. Pepper or a Coke or something. I'm always that person that's trying to just go that extra mile for them, because I know how it is.
Okay. So you brought up the Olympics. I was
Yeah.
gonna go there, with the Emmy nomination. How does that even feel to be nominated at the highest level for production?
Okay, so get this, with the Emmy nomination, I had never even come close to anything like it that I know of. So when I got the email, I thought it was a mistake. And so I kind of emailed them back like, no, I think you mistake me for somebody else. They're like, no, like you were nominated. I was like, wait, what? Like, wait, like how? Like, and it came a year after the Olympics was over. So the Olympics was in the back of my head. Like I forgot all about it. I never knew how that process went. So to get it and to be nominated, I mean, I know I have coworkers that did ultimately win it. So now the next goal is to win one, but just to be nominated, considering like everything that went on, that was during the pandemic. So
Okay.
for that show, On Her Turf, to be nominated, and Talking Tokyo, I worked on two shows. Talking Tokyo was with LaChina Robinson, and On Her Turf, we had MJ Acosta from NFL Network. So those two shows. So yeah, it did nothing but motivate me to keep going, and hopefully I win one soon rather than later.
So, hey, as long as you get one, that's all that
Yes,
really matters
yes,
at this
sir.
point. Like, but you up there at the pinnacle now because you already got nominated, so you up
Yes.
there at the pinnacle. I'm just trying to get a podcast award right now.
You will keep, you got it. Just keep going. That's
Oh
what I
no, I
tell
definitely
people.
definitely had,
Yeah, I
I
tell people I
forgot my
start.
next question. Wow. See, this is the problem. I get to talking and I forget my next question.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I tell people all the time, like, keep going, like, because you never know. Like when that email came through, I just never, and it just boosts you in so many ways. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get the next one. Like, what's next? I mean, my favorite project was the 30 for 35 Slamma Jamma that I worked on. Cougars are in the March Madness right now, so I worked on the 5 Slamma Jamma. I thought that was gonna get an Emmy, and it didn't. So like you just keep going. You're always thinking of ways like, how can I get the next, like how can I be nominated for the next one, or let alone get it. So yeah, you're always pushing yourself.
So okay, with that, man, I got my question back. It had to do with you being the official interviewer for the mayor of Houston.
Ah man.
So yeah, how did you get that gig? Yeah,
May
why not?
so Mayor Turner has been awesome, man. Like just being able to work with him, and just to see all his initiatives. There's a lot going on in Houston right now. But when I say we have the coolest mayor in Houston, I mean not just Houston, sorry. Coolest mayor in the world. We have the coolest mayor in the world. He's very approachable. You can talk to him. And on interviews, he's really good. You don't even have to ask him like two or three questions on something. It's like he knows what to say. And sometimes like my stories on him, like I try to keep him within a time frame, but he has so many like good nuggets. Like he's always having like good nuggets and good like power punches. Like I always want to put him in my stories, man. Sometimes I think he be preaching like when he says his like, his responses, but man, he has so many good nuggets. Like he's just been a joy to work with, and like we're only in March, and I look forward to the rest of the stories that I'll be able to bring coming out of his, all of his initiatives in Houston. He's doing a lot of great things.
Gotcha. See, I don't know since I don't live in Houston. I don't know too much about what's going on in
Oh
Houston,
yeah,
but
you gotta follow him on Instagram, social media. He can line dance. His followers are insane. The boy TikTok, everything. Like we got the coldest mayor in the world, like hands down, hands
I'm
down.
gonna definitely have to check that out. It was like I live in Austin. I don't even know who our mayor is. So you say how much I know.
Exactly. And that's the thing about our mayor. Like he's so nationally known. Like everybody like know, like, oh, what's the mayor in Houston doing? Like he's up there. He's up there. So it's been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to the rest of his term. This is last year, so he's been like he's gonna go out with a bang. So man, it's been an honor. I'm that's one of those roles like I can look back in my career and say, man, I got to work with the mayor. Like nobody else can say that.
Got you. That's actually dope. You did bring up the 30 for 30 for Five Slammer Jammer. See, I didn't even know you worked on that. Uh, so what other projects have you actually worked on, that people might have seen so they can go back and check them out and make sure they know that you worked on it?
Yeah, that 30 for 30, Five Slammer Jammer, that came out of nowhere. Like the opportunity, I was just talking to the director one day, didn't know who he was. Just that goes back to relationships. And he and I was just stirring up a conversation. And he never told me about this project. He just was like, oh, you're Sha'Vonne. Nice to meet you. And he kind of kept it small talk. And then a couple months later, he reached back out to me. And it was just a joy to be even asked to help work on that project. When you think about it, I didn't know the Five Slammer Jammer people. I've heard of Akeem and Clyde Drexler. I knew of them, but the other people that were a part of their team happened to be parents of some of my good friends here in Houston. So like some of the people that I played against, Latoya Mishaw, and then I knew Lyndon Rose's kid, LJ, because he played at University of Houston. Michael Young's son, Joseph Young, who played for Indiana Pacers, like, and his sisters and brothers. Like I grew up with the children of Phi Slamma Jamma. So now I was able to kind of like bridge that gap because I'm like, whoa, like your dad was phenomenal. Your dad was phenomenal. And they're like, yeah, that's where we get our basketball genes from, but I never knew it. So to bridge that gap between my age group and the Phi Slamma Jamma era was huge. Was huge.
You said your age group. Now I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, that's my age group.
Yeah, it was my age group and younger. Like those, like Michael Young has children my age. Lyndon Rose, who else? Mishaw, Larry Mishaw. They called him Mr. Mean for Phi Slamma Jamma. Clyde and Akeem, their kids are Akeem's son is younger. He's in high school at Clements High School here in Houston. But yeah, just to be a part of that was, I mean, when it still comes on TV, like I'm like, whoa, like I worked on that. Like that'll take you back down memory lane.
I got you. And she gave me that one. I was like, what other projects though? I'm trying to watch them all. That's why I'm like,
Yeah,
let's like,
yeah, just that one, just that one, just
okay,
that one.
just that one, just that one.
For
Well, see, I
now.
know you did production for a national championship game, not a FCS national championship game, because I
Yes.
was there.
Yes, yes, yes. You talking about the one in Frisco.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. North Dakota State, in
Sam
Sam
Houston State.
Houston. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yes, that was maybe what I did like two of them back to back, I believe.
yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but I've done so much since then. Like, man, like I feel like back then that was just the beginning stages. I still believe I'm still in the beginning stages, but man, I now like I think about it. See, sometimes like when you in these roles, like you take things for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because like, oh, I did that, and then it's like, whoa, there was that time I did the Super Bowl. There was that time I did the World Series. Like I was watching 80 for what is it, 80 for Brady with my mom, and I was like, whoa, like I did that game. Like when Brady was in it, like went into overtime, like I was in that end zone. He scored like when he threw the winning touchdown, like or what I don't remember was if it threw it or ran it. I don't know. I just know I
That
was
was
in
the
the
Atlanta game, right?
yeah, the
So
Atlanta
yeah, the
game.
Atlanta game.
I
It was like
remember
a screen. It was like a screen pass. So
yes, like we were packing up, and all of a sudden they started coming back, and I was like, "Whoa, this may be a good game." And they ended up winning. And I told my friend the other day, out of the how many Super Bowls did he win? Five or six?
seven,
Seven? I was at five
seven.
of them.
Oh, you got 5 of them. Wow.
I was at
Wow.
5 of them. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, I was at 5 of them. Because even the one I was at the one in Arizona, in Glendale that year. I remember that one.
I'm trying to
I
think which one
did.
that is because I really don't know which one that is. So,
Yeah, yeah. I've done several Super Bowls. I even did the one in California where it was Carolina Panthers versus,
Denver,
yes, Super Bowl 50.
Super Bowl 50. Yep, absolutely was Super Bowl
Super
50,
Bowl
Denver.
50. I've done,
I
and
didn't
then
even
I
see
did,
that one. That's what makes that bad. I didn't even see that one was at work.
I,
So,
and then there's one I did, Minnesota with the Eagles winning.
okay, that was also against Tom.
Yes, I did that one. I did the one in New Orleans when Beyonce did halftime. She's done two Super Bowls that I've done. She did the California one and the New Orleans one. A lot of
Okay,
Super Bowls, a lot of World Series in my short life.
so like, okay. That's
Short
what I'm
life.
saying. You're doing things that,
Yeah.
in your short time, well, it's actually been a longer time than most people would actually know, but in your
Right,
short time,
right.
you're doing things that at the highest level, like a
It's
lot of people don't
crazy.
get those chances, and you worked your way up to get those chances. So it's just awesome for me because I think I met you when you were at Shreveport.
Yes, just a news reporter in Shreveport knocking on doors trying to get stories.
Were you? I don't know. I met you. I think at like one of the festivals
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah, for
Murphy.
sure. For sure. You met me at the festival, but I was a news reporter then. I want to say you met me at the Omega Sci-Fi. Was it the crawfish?
Something. I don't
I think
know.
it was
I
the
just know I was
crawfish
with
festival.
Murph, and he introduced us.
Who did?
Murphy.
Yes, 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 yes. Man, I need to go back up there. Well, and that's where this all started. My first ESPN gig was in Shreveport, Independence Bowl. They were looking for people to work, and I worked it. And then I got some relationships going at that bowl, that Shreveport Independence Bowl, and from there, this just took off.
Oh wow. See, it's hey man, just let everybody know you can make it if you're in Shreveport.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Nah, that's an inside joke, but
No, it's true. You're true. You just gotta grind and you gotta meet people. And I mean, trust me, people are gonna say no like so many times, but you can't let that discourage you, and you just gotta keep going. Oh, you got the Texans hat on too. I didn't even notice that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got
Nah.
one too. It's got dust on it though.
Oh no, no. I wear hats every day, so that's never
Okay.
gonna happen over here.
My
Uh,
Texas hat has dust on it
oh,
by choice.
so you're saying you're not putting it on because they're not winning?
No, no comment. I don't know how many people will see this.
Hey, okay. Since you're gonna go that, this is off the topic. I'm a Washington fan. Mm, I'm
Yeah,
repping my team
keep
to the
that to
fullest.
yourself. Keep that
Huh?
to yourself. I said, keep that to yourself.
Nah, never gonna keep that to myself. Never. No, but back to what we was at. So like I know you do is what else do you do? Because I know I've seen you on a radio show, a
Yeah,
slash podcast. So what else
that
you
was
got going on?
that was a podcast we had going on Amazing 102 here in Houston. Me and shout out to the guys. But we were doing that for a little while, but everybody's schedule just got to be too much, got to be too hectic. Especially with me traveling like every week. Like it was tough. I think I did a show like from my hotel room, like when I was like in Nebraska somewhere one time. So it got to be a lot, but I hope we can bring that show back. A lot of people seem to love it. We got a lot of feedback from it, a lot of positive feedback, and a lot of people are still asking about it. So yeah, hopefully we can bring it back. Who knows? We'll see.
Hopefully, you just got to keep consistency is what I
Yeah.
learned over the years.
Yes. Yes.
And so, but you got a lot going on. So being consistent, I'm sure you understand. You got a lot. Um, I have to excuse the people watching. I'm also watching the game at the same time, so it's
See, yeah, see, I hear
I'm
you.
looking.
I
You'll see
hear
me like
you.
look up, and Princeton is whooping Missouri right now, so it's crazy.
What? In men's basketball?
Yes,
Wow.
yeah,
Man. So they won another night. Now they're winning again. Yeah. March Madness is crazy.
it's crazy this year. Well, I see you got your little Final Four jacket on, so you know
Yes,
you
yes,
was
yes. So
already repping.
this was when it was in 2016 here in Houston. I won't be here for the Final Four here in Houston this year. I gotta go to Augusta. There's something called a Masters going on.
The
So
Masters.
I gotta
Oh,
leave
so you're
that.
working the Masters this year.
I gotta leave that weekend and head out there. So I won't be here for the Final Four. But yeah, I felt like I put a little throwback on
Wait,
there.
wait. So you're working the Masters this year?
2 years in a row.
I see. You see, these are things I did not know. Like the
2 years in
Masters.
a row.
See, that's the pinnacle of golf. Like you're
Man.
touching all the sports, and it.
So
Wow.
last year when they were talking about like Tiger like practicing and warming up, yeah, I got to see all of that because I was there early for all of that during
Yeah.
the practice rounds and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to say this. I hadn't worked golf until COVID hit. And when COVID hit, golf was the only sport that was still going. So if it wasn't for golf, I would have probably lost my mind because I wasn't doing anything. So golf kept me sane. It kept me traveling. It kept me just still being able to wake up every day with a purpose. And so now I have a new uh, found appreciation for golf that I didn't think I would have had before. I really like the sport now. I understand it. I love it. And anytime I can get a golf opportunity in between all the football and basketball and baseball, I go for it now because I mean I like it. I really do.
Oh, that's dope. I wanted to ask you before I let you go. Growing up, since you said you were into sports, and as far as the entertainment side, who were your role models growing up? Who were the people you looked up to and said, "That's what I want to do"?
Like as far as sports players,
No, 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 no. The
okay.
what you do now side, the
Oh,
ESPN side, like
I mean,
sideline reporter, color commentary.
yeah,
Look,
yeah,
as
yeah.
players, you can give me players too,
I,
because
I I can give you players. Okay, I wanted to play like Bernie Maxwell. I wore number 11 jersey. Penny Hardaway, Clyde Drexler.
no,
As far as WNBA, it was always Nikki McCray for me. I don't know if many
I
people
know Nikki
know about.
McCray is.
Yeah, people were all about like Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper and Lisa Leslie, but for me, it was Nikki McCray. I was huge on Nikki McCray. As far as like television, it was Robin Roberts.
Oh,
An interesting story about Robin Roberts is her nephew Lawrence Roberts played at my high school, and so I had a TV show in high school. So he relayed that to her, and she was like, when she came down to watch one of his games one day, like she also caught the girls' game, which was my game, and so I was able to meet her. And throughout the years, I've seen her here and there, and it's always been, "Hey, how you doing? How's it going?" So Robin Roberts for sure. It's always been Lisa Leslie, not Lisa Leslie, sorry, Lisa Salters for me. It's always been Lisa Salters. You name it. Yeah, I've had a lot of people that I kind of like looked up to, but now it's like it's starting to grow. And now I'm getting emails and messages about people looking up to me. And it's kind of weird in a way because I feel like I just started like hitting my stride. So it's like I'm still kind of learning, but I'm trying to like reach back and grab the next person and bring them up with me as well as I go through this journey because it's been something. It's been fun. It's been fun.
well, glad it's been fun for you. I thank you for coming on the juice. You know, being able to reconnect with you because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I
It's
definitely
been a minute.
appreciate you. Now I'm thinking, y'all, everybody, I need to follow her on Instagram. Tell everybody how to follow you, how to keep in
It's
touch with you, so they know what you got going on.
My Instagram is Starvonne, StarVonne. On Facebook, I'm Sha'Vonne Herndon, ShaVonne Herndon. But the best way to follow me is Starvonne on Instagram, Starvonne on Instagram, Starvonne on Instagram. And on Twitter, I'm Sports Sha'Vonne on Twitter. So yeah. But Starvonne on Instagram, that's the best way.
Starvonne on Instagram. Y'all got that? All right. Man, I definitely appreciate you coming through and repping for the juice. Um, so got another episode, I think, on Wednesday, y'all, but I don't be knowing sometimes. I gotta look at the schedule. So probably Wednesday at 7:30. Y'all can check back in with us, man. Shout out to Social Ghosts for definitely posting our stuff on everything, Twitch, SGR Radio, everything that Social Ghost is on. See y'all on Wednesday.